trouble, but we do have Marty on. So let's just kind of totally jump. We'll come back to the Joe Attila, and let's jump into Marty. Marty, you guys need no introduction. He's fought so many times for Cage Titans, his entire amateur career, his entire pro career. What's up, Marty?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man? Just relaxing? What are you in bed?
No, I'm on my couch, bro.
So your last fight was against Sage Philippe. An amazing back and forth war. How was that? You know, you had your first two losses of your pro career, then you had that bounce back fight against Sage. How was it for you preparing for that, and then pulling out that victory in such a hard fought fight and getting back in that win column?
The preparation was definitely great. I mean, honestly, that was probably the best training camp I had in a long time. You know, coming off two losses gives you a different mindset. You know what I mean? You need a recharge, and your mind is just. I don't know what it was about me, but my after that second loss, I didn't even. I went right back to training, and I trained my ass off, and then we got the fight for October against Sage, and we thought it was a perfect matchup. And I didn't think it was gonna go all three rounds, but you know what? It is what it is. We had a great fight. You know, I'm honestly happy. I showed a lot in that fight. It was definitely something I wanted. You know, I wanted a tough fight. Sage always brings it, even though his record's light. He is not. You know, he's not a light opponent on anybody. So it was a great night. You know, very happy about that.
Yeah. You mentioned Sage. He actually just picked up a win, I think, last week or the week before. And you're absolutely right. Like, this is why I love, like, fights are fought in the cage and not on paper. Because if you look going into that fight, you know, Sage did have an upside down record, but anybody who looked up any of his fights knew he was a beast. He was a warrior. And, you know, he brought out the best in you, and you guys put on an amazing show. So, yeah, man, I want to kind of go back a little bit. I hate bringing up a loss, but you know, you lost in that title fight to Billy Goff. Well, and we just talked about Billy Goff with Jake Kasky. Obviously, it was disappointing. I know in your mind it was a quick stoppage, but that aside, how was it for you to see him then go on and get signed to the UFC? Has that motivated you? What has it been like for you?
Definitely motivated. Yeah, I mean that Billy going to the UFC, honestly, I think motivated a lot of people around here. You know what I mean? Um, but you know, like I said, not taking anything away from him. You know, that fight was stopped short notice, and you know, definitely very disappointed about that. But you know, what can you do about it? But like I said, he inspired a lot of people too. You know, getting there. You know, a lot of people. You know, they fight so hard, and a lot of people don't make it to where they want to, or they do make it and they don't succeed, or something like that. And then Billy making it and making it the way he did. You know, like the kid's a stud. You know, and I think he's going to do very well in the UFC as well. So, you know, I know we haven't seen him back in action yet. I know he just had surgery not too long ago. But, yeah, the kid's tough, dude. So I definitely believe he can definitely make it for a while in the UFC.
Yeah, for sure. So, what has it been like for this fight camp? You know, Pat Casey is a name that's been around New England in the welterweight division. He's fought at 55, 70, 185. I assume this is somebody that you've had to have at least figured you guys would cross paths. You know, what does it mean to you to have a matchup against Pat Casey coming up?
It means a lot, you know. Definitely. So this is funny too. So right after I fought Sage, we got a call like maybe like not even a week later. I think a couple days later, and they wanted us to fight Pat Casey, and but they wanted us to fight him like a week notice or something. And long story short, I just couldn't do it. After that war with Sage over there, so my hand wasn't good at all. Actually, neither one of my hands were good, so we couldn't take the fight. But as soon as I was ready to go again, look what happens. You know, Pat comes right up and we take it. So I kind of figured I would definitely fight him at some point, and here we are, and we'll be ready to go as always.
Disclaimer to the promotion that offered that fight. I had no clue that fight was offered. So I don't want to come off as a stealer of fights. That was the first I heard of that. But either way, I'm stoked that we got to get the fight because this is a fight that Pat's thrown his name to us a few times, and at the time he had a lot more experience. You when you were coming, at the times just never worked for us. So it was a fight that I kind of had on my radar that I definitely wanted to see. What stands out to you about Pat in his fight style that either you're worried about or not that you're worried about or like that just what about his fighting style stands out to you most?
I'm not worried about nothing. I'm going in there. I'm fighting another fighter. I don't care. I'm coming there to win, and by any means. And I never, I'm not really that worried at all. And um, Pat's he's strong. He's definitely gonna. He loves to try to bully you. He tries to come right at you and bully you, and can't bully a bully, bruh, because the bully's standing right there.
Um, it's funny you mentioned that. Not the bully thing, but like you try to bully a bully, and I'm standing right there. I honestly feel like the both of you guys are an extremely similar type fighters. Like, we were talking about this when we announced the fight maybe 3 weeks ago. It was like, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Marty Navis? And a couple guys like, oh, brawler. He's a beast. He's in your face, intense. And then I was like, all right, give me the first things you think about Pat Casey. And those same things came out. I think you guys are very similar, which makes this fight, for me, the one to watch, or one of the ones to watch on this card. Do you have that same feeling that your fighting styles are very similar, or are we off base when we talk about this fight, kind of assuming that?
I mean, yeah, we definitely. I mean, definitely come out right out and come right in the middle and come at our opponents right away. And but I just feel like I'm the more technical fighter. And yeah, like I said, he's strong, but I'm there and I'm there to win a fight. So by any means, and we're gonna about to find out in about 4.5 weeks. Gonna find out.
For sure. I got to give a shout out to Nick. He said Marty Navis looking like a Sith Lord over there. He's not
Fucking
laughing,
Nick.
Nick. Bad joke, Nick. That went over bad.
Bad joke.
Anyways,
You know.
what's fight camp like for this fight? You got a couple other guys on the card. Valdina's fighting Jack Congdon at 170, fighting a former opponent of yours, and Trevor Goody. How's fight camp going, and what's it like around the gym? What's the mood?
Oh, mood's great right now. We got a ton of guys fighting. Actually, we got more than Valdina and Jack. We got Miguel. Aaron Hughes has been training with us a lot. I think Andrew Jacobs
Well,
just signed
man.
for a fight.
Yep,
Yeah,
Andrew
we
Jacobs as
got a
well.
yep. Shane Wellman just signed for a fight. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we got a lot of guys fighting, and the gym's been great, great energy. Fucking hard training lately, and we definitely usually pick up the pace. Especially around this time. Actually, we really pick up the pace. So training's been good. Everyone's in good spirits, and I think we're gonna have a great outcome that night.
Nice. Actually, we left out our buddy Joe Poria as well. He's on the card as well. Another Lozon guy. I think you
Oh
guys
yeah,
have
yeah,
7 guys fighting on this card.
yeah. We got a
Before
lot.
I let you go, yeah, I got a lot of guys. Good energy in that room. Before I let you go, we mentioned Trevor Goody and Jack Congdon. Obviously, Jack Congdon's a teammate of yours. This is in the welterweight division, which is your weight class, taking on Trevor Goody. Give me some quick thoughts on that fight, because that's got to be one that interests you, seeing that Trevor is a former opponent and Jack's an up-and-coming welterweight stud like yourself, that training partner.
Yeah. So very very interesting fight. But man, Jack's a nightmare. Jack is a nightmare for a lot of people, and training. I've been training with Jack for a long time, long time. I trained with Jack you know, before he even thought about fighting. Jack's always trained. he's been a nightmare for a long time, and I mean he shows it in the cage. And with Trevor, um, you know, he had a great Ami run, and then I don't know, he kind of like, I mean, as he transitioned to being a professional, things have kind of been like up and down for him, and definitely stepped up taking this fight. And but like I said, Jack's a nightmare. Definitely got to ride with my teammate on this one. I'm going Jack Conn TKO.
Ooh, there you go. There's the prediction from Marty Navis. You heard it here. So before I let you go, last thing, I asked all the guys, what should the fans expect, and give them your pitch on why they should come see you taking on Pat Casey on May 27th.
Man, this fight doesn't. I don't even have to talk about this fight. I mean, if you want to see a great fight and two guys coming at each other, it's gonna be a brawl, and I'm gonna get my hand raised, and it's gonna be fireworks until it's over. And guarantee you this: even if it makes it out of the first, it will not make it out of the second round. So, and I'm coming. Pat's probably coming. It's gonna be a banger. I'm gonna get my hand raised though. I want it more.
Ooh, there you go. So there's the prediction. You gave us a prediction on the Trevor and Marty. You gave us a prediction here. Not going more than two, but you don't think it's going more than one.
I don't think it's going out of the first round. But like I said, if it gets out of the first round, it will knock it out of the second.
All right. All right. I got one more question because I love that you're giving us some predictions. What's your prediction for the main event? The first time ever in 13 years, heavyweight. Hey, what's going on, little man?
Say hi, Tyson.
Nice. What's up, Tyson?
My little guy right there. He's turning 3,
Nice.
right? I think 2 weeks after the fight. So we're gonna
Okay.
celebrate hard this time.
There you go.
So the main
So
event.
give us a prediction, main event.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. The main event. I haven't really, honestly, I don't really know that much about both guys, but what's his name? Brendan. What's his
Battles.
last name? Battles.
Brendan Battles
Yeah.
versus
So,
Russell.
yeah. So I've trained with Rast a few times. He come down to the gym a few times, and seen him fight. He actually fought Jorgen a while back, and then but I don't really know too much about either guy. But I'm gonna go first round. First round KO, Brendan.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then give me one more fight on the card that we should circle and be on the lookout for. You can't name every Lozon guy either. Give me one of your guys that you got to tell us to watch.
Honestly, Miguel versus what's his name? Sergio or
Sergey.
Sergey?
Yep. Yep.
That
Yep.
that is a fucking great fight. Whoever matched that up, great fucking job. Miguel has been in the gym, fucking training hard, heavy, and especially after his injury that he had, he's ready to go. And this is gonna be a fucking brawl, and I cannot wait to watch that fight. And fans should be fucking very excited to see that. That's gonna be a great fight.
There you go. You perked up for that one. So there you have it. Miguel
That's hey.
Sebastian.
There's a lot of good fights, but I think Miguel and Sergey, they're both kind of on a tear right now. You know what I mean? And you don't
Yeah.
really see two guys that are on a tear coming at each other like this. So I mean, I like the matchup, and this is gonna be a great fight as long as it lasts, because you know how Miguel is. Miguel comes straight at you, and he does it. He is a nonstop. He's like a man. He's in your face and just hitting, 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 hitting. Like he never stops, even in the gym. Never stops. Kid's crazy,
Dude,
but I love that
you,
fight.
I will make sure. I'll make sure I give a shout out to the matchmaker, whoever that guy might be, and tell him he did a good job. But you're right; both guys are coming in on 3-fight win streaks because we got to remember back. Miguel started off his career 0-2, and then he rattled off 3 wins in a row. All right, sorry, he's had 4 fights. He went 1 by knockout first round, then he went to a split draw. Then he won by triangle choke in the second round. Then he won the belt in the second round by knockout. So I'll call it a 3-fight win streak. And then Sergey Paransuko, he's 3-0, and he's won all his fights. Knockout in the third round, knockout in the second round, knockout in the third round. These guys, you're absolutely right, Marty. They're going to bring it, and this is definitely a high level amateur lightweight title fight. So thanks for shining some light on it.
Fucking right. Hey, this night's gonna be insane. It's Memorial Day weekend. Not a better time to fight, and this card's stacked. So fans should be fucking grabbing tickets like crazy right now. So if you're watching right now and you haven't grabbed your tickets, let's go. All the fighters have them. I got them. Message us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. If you got our numbers, text us, call us, whatever. Get your tickets for this fight.
Boom. Well, there you have it. Well, thank you so much, Marty. I'm excited for your matchup. I'm excited to see you back at Memorial Hall. You always bring the crowd, and I'm sure they're going to be coming out in droves to see you guys and the whole Lozon crew. So we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks.